The next day we began work on Ollie and Paul's house. The couple had built the house nearly 60 years ago, shortly after Paul returned home from World War II. Paul served in the war as a fighter pilot and flew over 80 missions in Europe. Paul has recently lost vision in both eyes, quite possibly due to optical nerve damage that was done while he was piloting. Before we began working, Ollie gave us a short tour of her home.
All right, watch yourself, Ken. There is his painting that I did of him in World War II. We can just throw that out.
Yeah.
No sense of keeping it. See, the boards can come down because all of this is glass,
Right.
you know. And it was beautiful for Christmas time. You just put your tree up.
Yeah.
And here, and I have a pedestal.
It's beautiful.
Some of my artwork.
You
The
play
piano.
piano too. Huh?
Yes, my son did when he was a child. Then he chose basketball.
Yeah.
And look at the old movie camera and about 100 of those. They did salvage my china
Nice.
and a crystal. My husband had put this glass in.
Beautiful.
He did a work. He
Wow,
did.
you did that.
Well, he
himself?
did every year. He was a touch-up man with furniture.
Okay.
And but my piano, that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
You know. And the music in here is over 50 years old, so that's gone too. And then this was solarium, and this was my round table over here, and the electric built in. Now, I don't know how they're going to handle, how you handle that. These are my chairs.
That's okay. What will, I think
Whatever.
probably what will happen in this is that all the cabinetry and everything will be removed. The
Just
easiest
throw it
thing,
out.
Ollie, is to literally is to go up to the top and come down.
Anything you say, baby.
It's the easiest way to
Anything,
do.
Just to finish it off, that way it looks the same.
Anything you all do, God will bless you. These were all my writings. That was something else I did. I wrote his Flown into Oblivion, a story of his life, but now he's really flown into oblivion. So all of that is gone. This bedroom was the one back here. Look, Andrea, come sit here. Oh my God, look at this. This has look at the bedroom. The chair was over in this corner. The
what a
king
beautiful
size was
room.
over there. It was a beautiful room. And the lamps were all over. There's a walk-in closet on the other side. And then this was a desk
Okay.
and a study. So, okay, my darling.
All right. Let's get you
Anything
out.
y'all do. Here, let me get out of your way so you all can start.
Nearly everything in the house was destroyed by the flood. One thing that was salvaged from the house was a box of old 8mm family films that are badly damaged but still give us a small glimpse at the history of this house. In the afternoon, we wrapped up work early so that we could go back to the tent city and provide dinner for the people staying there, and also pass out more supplies.
Now, Tuesday night we go out, we'll be taking a group down with personal need products, food, and we'll actually take the word and interact and mingle. It's an awesome experience. You bring it in, set it up. These are people that are down here working, migrant workers that have no place to go or cannot afford, come in with nothing. So we take it down there and we offer what we can help. We bring food to them, we interact, we have fellowship. We try to show them the love of Christ through our giving.
The next morning, we headed back to Paul and Ollie's house to finish the job. Before we started working, Ollie had a letter she wanted to read to the group.
We thank you, Andrea and Stephen and Mike and their whole group of angels for assisting in a difficult and time-consuming job. Their enthusiasm and tireless efforts will always be remembered by this appreciative couple from New Orleans. May Jesus Christ's love protect you and Mary's love surround you, grateful believers. P.S. We believe, give until God stops giving to us, and He never does. We thank you. Our sacrifice cannot compare to yours. Thank God for people like you.
We finished work on Paul and Ollie's house in the afternoon and moved on to begin work on our third and final house of the trip. In this neighborhood, the water flooded nearly 8 feet high and the owners of this home were rescued from the attic. With almost our whole group working on the house, the job moved along very quickly.
I think the role of the church, biblically in the Old Testament, God, and it seems like in the New Testament, God puts the role of government in protection and use of the sword. Seems like in the Old Testament, God spoke very, very firmly that the role of needs for the orphans, for the widows, and those who are helpless in the hands of His people. And so I'd say the role of rebuilding the city is the church's job. I know the church can't do it all. But I do think God has a high expectation upon His church to be involved because we can do it better than any government, and we can do it with a faith element that brings not only material things coming together, but the spiritual element.
Well, I believe that God is rebuilding New Orleans through His people. I believe that in no other time has the church been more active in New Orleans in rebuilding His kingdom. And I believe that that takes place with volunteers arriving from all over the country, from different faith-based organizations, and rebuilding our city.
During our week in New Orleans, we got to see the great devastation that has taken place. We also got to see the great resiliency of the people that have come back to rebuild their city. We got to share in the excitement of a city that gets to start anew.